Welcome all to another Mid Sussex Wargames YouTube video. You're here with Sam. There's no Tom. He's not here. This is an unexpected video. I didn't expect to be filming a video on Sunday evening, but here we are nevertheless. I've got some mixed news about next week, the Best Don't Ever Part 2. While I was at the pub today, the manager came out and informed me that on Saturday next week they have a birthday party straight after our tournament. And basically we need to be out of the function room by 7 o'clock. If you've looked at the rules pack, which by now I hope you will have, you will notice that the last game does not finish till 7:20. Dilemma. So, I wasn't best pleased, but it's not a lot I can do. There's not a lot he can do. So I spoke to Craig and Tom. They're kind of helping me run it. And we've kind of agreed that we're going to knock 5 minutes off each game. So instead of an hour 45, it'll be an hour 40. I'm hoping this shouldn't be too much of an issue. Comment below, message me if you think it is. Touch wood, it shouldn't make too much difference. I've also had to take the decision, which might be quite controversial, of instead of, time's up, finish the turn you're on, it's going to be time's up, dice down. We've had it in the past where games have gone on through the break and actually into the the next round, which obviously in the past hasn't been a problem because we've had the function room. But this time, it's got to be once that hour 40's up, I'm afraid that will be that will be the game. As I always do, I'll give you all plenty of notice. 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. You've got 1 minute left. If you've got a fight, you're saving until the end because it's going to be climactic. Do it now. Otherwise, it'll be dice down. I know it's controversial. I don't particularly like it, but I feel that's the best way to keep us on schedule. I've knocked off as much time between games and during games as I can. And I need to ensure that we stick to that schedule. I think once we're done, at the end of the day, the presentation won't take place straight away. Hopefully none of you will need to rush off because we're going to have to pack away pretty sharpish. I think we're now due to finish at about 6:55. We've got a little bit of leeway for packing up because obviously we can put it all in one corner, and then the DJ can, he can come and set up his stuff. The pub, the manager's allowed us to have a section downstairs where we can do the presentation. I think we're going to have where we normally sit for lunch put to one side for that. I'll be staying for a few drinks afterwards if anyone else wants to have a chat. I know it's not a 2-day event and you've all got to drive, but make the most of it. What else was I going to say? I think that's all the bad news out of the way. Thankfully, if anyone has any questions or queries or really doesn't like dice down and feels it should be the other way, message me. I'll happily talk through my reasons. Other than what I've said most of them here. I do have some good news though. I've got some more terrain. Rick, the super terrain man, has been he's been busy. He's been hard at work for me over these last couple of weeks, putting together some terrain for me. Give me a sec. Get out of the box. He has been working on some Amira terrain. Now you'll be like, this isn't Amira terrain. It doesn't look plastic. Rick isn't the best fan of Amira, so he has basically made it into awesome terrain. He's based it with MDF. If you look on the website, this is actually a solid piece, because obviously they can't vac form an arch, but Rick didn't like it, so he took it out, put a brace underneath. He's filled it with, I think he said 1 part resin, which looks like some sort of awesome water effect. Very shiny, looks so realistic. He's done so many of these for me. Couple of straight bits there with various reeds and rocks, another bit. So keep an eye out for these on one of the tables. I love these. I almost can't bring myself to use them because they're that good. I don't know if you can see in the background. I'll have the camera up a little bit. There's a Gondor house there. We've got a Minas Tirith board, which hopefully should look quite cool. Rick's been working on that, and he was like, do you want to use it? I was like, that's a silly question. Of course I want to use your Minas Tirith table. I think there's a load of buildings on this side which you can obviously go in, and then he's going to have the walls down the other side, which will be the boundary to the board. Yeah, I think it's going to be very good. Everything's ready. So yeah, one last thing, if I know a lot of you are travelling from far, if you could get to the Dorset Arms pub for as close to 9 o'clock as possible. We're actually setting up on the Friday, so we're not going to have that mad half an hour. And if everyone turns up early, then we can start early, and that'll give us make it a little bit more relaxed throughout the day. But yeah, hopefully you've all watched the draw video. The order in which I drew you all out of the tub is what table number you'll be playing on. So obviously, Damien and Ed will be on table 1. I have a sneaky suspicion they may end up on table 1 in game 5, but who knows? And so on and so forth. Just when you come in, that's what table you're on. If you have any questions, ask me or Craig. And yeah, can't wait to see you all there. See you in a week, and happy strategy battle gaming.